Okay, good afternoon, guys. Right behind me is the Patuxay Monument here in Vientiane, the capital of Laos. We just arrived here a couple of hours ago. The Patuxay Monument is actually a war monument. You know, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know which war it is talking about. However, I do know there was a very important war. If you want to come here and see a little bit of European flair in Asia, this is one of the best spots to do it because I haven't personally seen anything as imposing and authentic as this. Yeah, this is a really famous monument here. It's kind of the gateway to downtown Vientiane and, you know, the center of all the fun stuff. It's not just a monument though. It also has some beautiful artwork on top. You've got shops here selling clothes and different kind of goods. Some shawls, hats, trinkets, that kind of stuff. You know, everything that you might expect to see at a kind of little market like this. I think it's fairly reasonably priced. You can just chill in here, people watch, get away from the heat, because let me tell you, it's way hotter here now than when we were in Luang Prabang or Vang Vieng. But overall, first impressions of Vientiane are pretty good. I mean, it feels like I'm in a big city, but it's a little bit quieter, in some ways anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna use the rest of my afternoon, maybe even a little the evening too, to show you guys around the city and give you a good feel for what you might see when you're here yourself. All right, and after taking a little stroll for about 15-20 minutes down the main road, I made it to the Phrakeo Museum, or Phrakeo. There's a few different spellings on Google and signs and stuff. But overall, it's this, as far as I know, it's this big temple. Inside there's different kinds of art and stuff. There's even some local art situated over here with some information cards. So I'm gonna go check those out and then show you guys around this big old place. Okay, actually, JK, you can't film inside, so I'll see you guys again in a few moments. Okay, and just a short walk away, we've got that Dam Stupa. That's not a joke, that's not a typo, you didn't mishear me. This thing's called really, truly, that Dam Stupa. Don't believe me? Check it out. That Dam Stupa. You see? I promise it's the same. I don't know why it's called that. I'm sure it means something lovely in the Lao language. But I know nothing about Lao, so I can't give you any info. But if any Lao people are watching this and they know about this thing, please let me know in the comments down below, because there's really no information about it other than the Google description that says it was once thought to be protected by a 7-headed water serpent. Anyway, it's not much to look at right now, but in the wet season, I believe that all of this is green and lush and quite a beautiful sight. Anyway, heading off to the next stop. All right, everyone, so now we've taken another 7-ish minute stroll to the waterfront, or at least near the waterfront, to a place called Chow Anuvan Park. Now, it's not a particularly special or exciting park, but it's probably the nicest park in Vientiane, as it's quite a, I don't know how to describe it. You know, there's just not a lot of nature happening in this city. But here you can see wildflowers and trees, little pots for cooking and grilling stuff, people playing games, motorcycles going around. things happening. Beautiful shade. Right over there, you've got the final road before you reach the river. Over here as well, you've got a little pavilion where I'm sure some performances happen every once in a while. So I'm gonna check out the other side of the park, see what's over there. Oh, that's cute. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's so bright, but they've actually cut out the bushes to spell out Chao Anvan Park. So that's fun. Well, looks like a whole lot of nothing. Just some buildings and some farms and stuff in the distance. So maybe don't come up the steps because there's nothing here. Okay, anyway, on to the next stop. All right, and we've made it to our next little stop on the itinerary, Wat Mixa Aram. There you go. They put the name there for us. I have to say, upon first impressions, it's a little unappreciated. There's a lot of garbage out front. The signs are not well put together, like some of the better known Wats. But let's check it out. You never know, an unassuming place can be pretty awesome sometimes. Oh, well, so far it's very pretty, that's for sure. You know, they've got these cute little pink guys here. Don't forget to take off your shoes. And they've got some very nice artwork here as well. The Buddha's praying to Buddha, someone offering things to Buddha. You got offering things here, a little praying area, and some more artwork all through there. I'll see if I can get a better angle. Overall, it was pretty standard, so if you're kind of templed out from Southeast Asia, maybe you can see some other stuff. But if you need some more, then just check this one out. It's pretty nice, it's free. It'll only take a few minutes. And the nice gentleman in there also informed me that you can go down this road here. This is kind of one of the main tourist roads in town, very near to the river. And you can find a bunch of temples. So it doesn't particularly matter if you've got a plan or you just show up and walk around a little bit like myself. You can find a whole bunch of things to see and do during the day. Maybe it's not the same standard as Luang Prabang or Vang Vieng if you're here for an adventure. This one is pretty much just basic city kind of stuff. We already are at another temple, so I think I might go and check it out. Okay, and I made it to Wat In Peng, and this is another very small, not too interactive of a place, but I have to say the artwork is again quite nice. I'm not sure what most of these stories are actually talking about. I believe this one is more about history and legend versus the story of the Buddha himself. And unfortunately, I don't know too many of these classical Buddhist legends and stories. It's something I've definitely lacked in my minor studies. But anyway, it's a nice little stopover, just like all the other spots. It's not gonna change your life or your day, probably, but when you combine all the little ones together, it'll probably make for a nice little outing, you know what I mean? Not too much energy, no pressure. Sometimes it's nice to just wander, see a little bit of stuff, not try and get to the biggest and the best thing every time and every moment of every day. You know, it just gets exhausting to do that kind of stuff. So if you're tired from being like a travel robot, then just do something like this around Vientiane. This is probably gonna be the end of the video here. So if it is, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if it's not, then I guess I'll see you at the last or second to last stop.